Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Robb Spiewak. Now, here's Mike.
Good morning. How you doing? Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. Hi, how are you?
Hey, Mike. How
How's
you
it
doing?
going? How you doing?
How you doing?
How you doing?
Midland, Virginia, Belfast, Ireland, Disney World, Sunnyvale in California. Oh, look at that. Oh, wow. Look at that. Look at that backdrop you guys have.
Yeah.
That's cool. That's super cool. Look at that. Is that what you guys were doing? Is that the surprise?
It's amazing what can happen if a colleague decides to stay after 5 o'clock.
Oh, my God. That's beautiful.
I looked at Mac
guys.
Attack, and I said, Mac, I've been wanting to put some sort of, screen or video element in Studio C. It was 6:30 when I brought this up. Mac was still here.
Now, will you be able to put other stuff in there, too?
Oh, Mac, Mike, do you want the internet on this?
Yeah,
do you want
I
us to look up stuff?
Yeah, I
we
do.
can look up stuff all day if you'd like.
Look at that.
Yes.
Very exciting.
I can just
Very,
go right
very
here.
exciting.
And then while you're talking, I can pull up the information you wanted.
Oh,
And then
wow.
you can have everything you want,
That's so exciting.
You'll want to make sure you close all tabs. You don't want to be caught with anything.
I have nothing.
Okay, just
Put
check.
can you put a full screen picture of Giselle Bundchen?
Yes.
Up there?
While you start the show, I'll put that up.
Okay, so we said Disney World, Sunnyvale,
Mike, I
California.
like how for a while you were not doing the states. You were just doing the cities. Next
All
week,
right.
can I just do names of cities, no states? That'll make it fun.
I'll get back to you on that.
Thank
the
you.
Finger Lakes and Con Dao, Vietnam. Mike O'Mara Show's on. I've done a good job about listing them this week because if people are sending them in and you're reporting on them, then look at all those pictures of beautiful Giselle.
GB.
And there she is. There she is. Mrs. Tom Brady. Former Mrs. Tom Brady.
Oh, there you go. You said it, Mike. You said it.
Oh, now it's an angry picture.
Now it's an angry picture.
Are they gonna boycott us? That's the question.
No. Well, no.
Flag
Well,
us.
that's not what we're going to use it for, Mike.
Right.
We'll use it for.
We're not going to curate hate with it.
We're not going to curate hate. We'll use it for.
I'm just saying, we
Not
will
evil,
be
you know
used
what I
on the
mean.
show.
Yes, it will.
It's going to be used on the
Absolutely.
show. That's going to be
Correct.
an exciting thing, and then perhaps you and I can go over things and have things at the ready. Where
I started building. I have a Derm Glow ad. I have a Harry's ad. I started building those last night.
very exciting.
You know what I
This
mean?
is a brand new thing for the show.
This
so
is
the
great.
video element
Nutrafol.
is really. We've wanted that, and
Yeah.
I'd like to join So I'd like to say hi to my host Michael Che and Colin Jost, who are. I love it. I love that we do things like this, and I love that it's here and it's rolling. And
It's good video day.
It's great
and
video.
To be honest with you, I look forward to getting back home, where we'll continue to tweak and have fun things.
Will you be
down
able
there.
to tear Carla away from Maine?
It's going to be difficult.
I know.
Pardon me if I might be a little logy today after last night's festivities with the fam. We went to the happy home of my niece, which is just beautiful, and had Maine lobsters, which was beautiful, and I got to see Michael's cousin Sam and Michael's cousin Amelia and my brother-in-law and my sister and my niece and her husband Bill, and I would describe it as somewhat raucous.
Really?
It was
Did
fun.
it start raucous or was it a slow build? How
It just
was it?
was fun. It was lots of laughs and lots of fun, and we don't do it that often. And it made me realize that for somebody who always talks about angst and stuff, with my immediate family and the people closest to me up here, it's not angst. It's a lot of fun, and
Good.
I have a really, really, really good time. And then they built their house on a hill overlooking where the old family house used to be.
Okay.
And I don't want to get verklempt when I'm saying this, but I was sitting there at one point. I broke off from the party, as I always do, and went kind of exploring on their. They have a beautiful porch, and I'm overlooking the where the house is, and I could see through the trees out onto the bay where my mom is and where my dad is, and suddenly you just think about legacy, and you think about the other generations carrying on what we have up there. And as much as I'm not plugged in like everybody else, I think there are many more family members that value it more than I do, and it's just the truth. It's always been. But I became very aware of the specialness of the place, and that was super cool. And I told I told my niece, and I told my my niece's husband Bill that I'm proud of the kids for putting that beautiful spot there. That I enjoyed. Probably one of the best nights I've had in Maine. It was just so much fun, and Mrs. O'Mara really had a good time.
I'm trying to.
Mrs. O'Mara's like 16 seconds out of bed right now.
Oh.
I'm trying to envision the location. If we're at your family's house facing the road, it would be.
You want a GPS coordinate?
No, I'm just because is it up to the left? I'm trying to think where there's a hill. Yeah, it's beautiful. What an amazing sight. Yeah.
So it was really special and lots of laughs. And I rediscovered a passion that I had in college, that I learned up here in Maine, and that is ping-a-pong.
Ping-pong.
I love ping-a-pong.
Table tennis.
Does this have to do with the weight
loss? Little Amelia
loss?
and little Michael. What's that, buddy?
Does this have to do with the weight loss?
That I like ping-pong?
That you play. Did you play ping pong?
Yeah, but no, because
Is it because you love Forrest Gump?
I love, my favorite movie. I love Forrest Gump. So much
Pivotal
fun.
moment.
It is.
I enjoyed that, and I think there may be, depending on how I configure things when we get back down, a nice indoor activity. And my son, Dad, you got a ping pong table. And I don't know if I'll have room for it, but I'm going to try. So it was great, and I just wanted to say thank you to my sister's fam for hosting us last night, and we had a really, really good time. And I want to apologize. I have one apology.
Oh, here we go.
Well,
yes.
Only one is pretty good, though, if it was a raucous night.
I apologize from the bottom of my heart. It was the vodka and soda talking.
Oh dear.
To my daughter Elizabeth's boyfriend Connor.
No.
When I came up to you in the kitchen and I said, I expect a bigger house for my daughter someday. That was probably not the nicest.
You shouldn't apologize for that.
Okay, thank you, Oscar.
Said, forget that. Set expectations. You want a similar view and a similar experience.
That's right.
I do. Yes, I do.
Yes.
And a place maintenance free that I can just come up and stay.
And it wouldn't kill you to get a haircut.
He got a haircut.
Oh, he did? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I saw my 17-year-old nephew daydreaming, staring at the Pacific Ocean.
Luca.
Yes. And every high school kid, half the time, they look like they're daydreaming, right?
Sure.
You would know better, you guys, because you've had kids.
And I've seen you during the audio vault.
Correct.
So
I think about what's coming up next in my day.
The flip side.
He's a daydream believer.
And
the Anne Murray version.
I said to Luca, I said, take a good look. If you want the luxury of daydreaming while you're staring at the Pacific Ocean, you should probably finish your homework.
Wow.
And he looked
T.O.
at me.
Oscar
You're
with the
such
hammer.
a fun guy.
And he looked at me.
T.O. Oscar with the hammer.
But he knows who I am. He looked at me, he smiles because he knows I'm breaking his balls. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, okay. And then he gets right back down to his computer.
Hey, how's your bed? Is it comfortable? If you like sleeping in a bed, you might want to finish your homework.
This is next level wealth.
Do you like food?
It's next level. Mike's talking about the same thing. You have to have aspirations if that's what you're into.
Sure.
It is. And I think that, there's no slouch in Elizabeth's boy.
How did boyfriend take it?
He was fine.
He laughed it off.
He's a wonderful human.
He said, I'm going to wait till you pass, old man. We're good.
You didn't see a single tear trickling down his face?
No. It was just, it was
old
crazy.
Man.
And then Carla, who, let me see, the last 20 minutes of Carla at the house was more, how could I describe it?
There's nothing wrong with having fun, Mike.
That's fun
right.
is the best thing to have. I
That's
understand.
exactly right.
I understand, Bruce. It was, and it's, it was, well then fine. But spectacular. I have had with the gray and the rain and the thing and the I have had more laughs and more fun on this brief little stay up here, and it's refreshing. It really is.
Do you think it's because you were sort of dreading it? You've set your expectations low?
No, it's just been great.
That's awesome. That is so good to hear.
and absence makes the heart grow fonder, and it's great to. Well, I see my sister every year, but I it's been fun seeing people I haven't seen, and we're gonna have more of that.
Any
coming
new
up
weight
before
loss?
we go back.
Insight?
Oh no, I don't think so. I haven't weighed myself since I came up here. I'm gonna wait for that rude awakening. Clothes are still loose, so I'm keeping my fingers crossed. But I believe that. However, last night at the end of dinner came out the apple pie and the berry pie.
Oh, you
and
love
the berry pie.
Blueberry pie is your favorite.
It wasn't blueberry. It was a berry pie. It was a mixed berry pie because the blueberries aren't in season. So, and my sister bakes a hell of a pie, and Mrs. O'Mara and I both nay, and that was special. We did not dive into the pie. Now, when we got back home, though, Elizabeth and Michael had concocted some sort of chocolate chip monstrosity that came out of the oven, and Carl and I were like going,
Yeah.
Sugar is definitely can be a problem. I ate a pancake 2 days ago.
Here we go. You have
I ate
you
a
have the
pancake.
worst relationship with pancakes. You always
And
have.
I don't know what the medical properties of Manjaro are. I don't know the drugs I'm on.
Was it a prescription pancake?
This pancake I smothered with genuine Hannaford maple syrup. I smothered it.
Yeah.
And I ate it. And I savored it. And I enjoyed it. And I was full. And then I stood up because we were going to town. And when I stood up, I don't know what happened. I was just reeling. My body had a reaction to that sugar that was like, what the F did you just put inside of me? And I think maple syrup is like super concentrated, very, very natural sugar, but sugar nonetheless. And I don't know if I'm going to do that again. And but you can easily, I think as you learn about yourself every day, I think sugar might be my ultimate downfall in a variety of ways. Willpower, the way it reacts to the body, weight gain, all that
and
stuff.
sugar
ain't
begets
my friend.
sugar. You crave sugar when you have sugar.
Yeah. So that's why I am having a black coffee today, because I drink it every day, black coffee with, oh, come on. God damn it. Okay, great.
That was like watching The Magician on the Ed
World's
Sullivan
greatest
show.
dad.
Yeah.
World's greatest, behind every great kid is a great dad.
That's great.
That's wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
I think it was a renter brought this in.
A renter brought it in.
So we start today with our friends from the Great White North, and when I see a headline that says air quality warning in D.C., has it hit yous guys yet? Has it popped down from the Great White North?
Air quality of red today, which is getting worse. And
can you smell it?
Yes, and
Can
it's
you see
hazy.
it?
It's definitely hazy. Visibility is horrible, and it looks like it should be fog, but you get out and it's not fog. It just smells like burn. You can smell burn.
And that's the particulates.
Yeah,
in the air.
it's not good. It's no good.
It's not that bad. I found it somewhat refreshing.
Is he lying?
No, this morning Shane's like, she said, should I feel winded? I said, no, we're out of shape. I said, there's also
No, look, I've got it in the news.
Yeah.
I've got it in the news today, and I will have
it might be worse than
details.
the burbs.
It could be. It could be. Well, we didn't clean last night.
All right.
Didn't clean the
You didn't
airlock.
clean the airlock?
We didn't
the airlock?
No.
You
Only
didn't clean
20
the airlock?
Only 20 states involved in this, so you're one of them. So that's the way it rolls.
Yeah.
So, beware, be careful.
I have a
I
question.
did put the recycled air on my air conditioner on the ride in this morning, which helped. Thank you.
When will these
Genius, Rob.
Thank
Genius.
you. Thank you.
When
I
will
learned
these,
it on TV.
When will these fires, Mike, subside, do you think?
What's the
I see this
what's
is
the
why I
QR
can't
code
add
for?
another version. You gotta forget about what's happening on the screen in studio and just
because
move on.
I'm seeing what the listeners aren't.
No, you're seeing what the listeners are, but it depends on when they're gonna see it. So it's not in real time.
So you don't want me to refer to the new visual aid for the Mike O'Mara show.
Well, you can if you're doing a spot, or
Okay.
if
All
if I'm like, hey, look at the mystery QR code. If you're watching, so if you took your phone and put your phone camera on this QR code, Mike, anything's possible.
It's exciting, isn't it?
You don't have to do it, Rob, because he's doing it.
Okay.
Yes. If you do it, then it defeats the purpose of him doing it.
It
Please.
doesn't defeat it. It's all it is redundancy.
Yeah, but let him have the moment.
Okay, well, he can have his moment.
Yes,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah.
Mike's now holding up his phone.
Are you sure he's not taking a selfie?
He's not.
Okay, just checking.
He's holding up to the QR code.
It's a fruitcake ad.
What?
Yes.
Yay!
TMOS fruitcake.
Yes.
It's not loading up here. Fruitcake.
Yes.
Do you want? Are you
Perfect
want me to
segue.
Yes.
don't forget the Mike O'Mara Show fruitcake futures are happening now. Oh, he's using it to control me now.
Only
he's
you
using
can
it
be
to-
controlled if you allow yourself to be
Control me.
controlled.
That's what he's doing.
Yeah, you
I'm
know what he
using it-
is? He is being your weekend to your idol.
Make sure you
He's
go to Mike O'Mara.
controlling you. He's going to blindfold you and make you record it again, stand behind you.
Make sure you go to MikeO'MaraShow.com and pick up your fruitcake future. We've got
Time's a fleeting.
Time
there's
is
also
limited. Yeah,
we need you to do that right away.
that's right.
Thank you. So Oscar this morning texts everybody on the show a very interesting TikTok. He does that a lot.
He was vague about it.
And then Oscar says, "Man amongst men, real life equalizer, Taken," which is the movie Taken, I assume, in
Yeah.
real life. And I open up the TikTok and I get a picture of the wake of a boat with a beautiful sunset.
Yeah.
And I'm confused, and so
I'm
I
at
write back.
I'm at a stoplight and I hit it and I get a guy playing a Weezer song on a recorder.
Okay, so we both get different things,
Right.
and I get underneath it. Oscar says, "Let's talk about this today,
Today.
please."
Today.
And then I said, "I'm prepping now." The clip I saw was behind a boat, and then Rob, who no longer uses his fingers to text, says, "I got this video unavailable," which is I don't know. There's no punctuation, so I don't know what it is. I am now today. It's official. Today is the day. You no longer auto dictate.
I
You're
typed
no
that,
longer
Mike.
allowed.
You did?
I did.
And sent
because
it?
it said no
Then-
video available. And then I said, I got no video
Oh,
available.
okay.
No, you said the text said, "I got this video is unavailable."
Okay, then that's what I
with
got.
no punctuation. I got I got the.
I
the
was at a
statement.
stoplight.
All right.
Time
was-
Then it
fleeting.
can wait.
Dare you.
Then don't. That's why you flip your car. It can wait.
No, Mike, it can't wait because it needs to be known if
you
we're
don't
going to need it
to
today.
be involved in all the threads. You really don't. It's
I do.
fine.
For this-
You
no,
do-
this
you're
is-
obsessed with it. You don't. It can wait. I would much rather have you wait and write something understandable. And not flip your car. And I bet you didn't type it. I bet you auto-dictated because you're in your car.
Wouldn't you use
Do you
Apple
not
Play?
auto-dictate all the time?
No, it's
Do you
still
not
not
auto-dictate all the
Oh,
time?
that's sad.
No, I do a lot of times. Sure. You know what? As a matter of fact, I found myself.
I do a lot of it. But anyway.
I found myself. You'll like this, Mike. This is so stupid. I was leaving a voicemail to somebody, and I said, "And we can talk about that later." Period. Talk to you soon. Period. Have a good day. Period. Because I was doing it like I was dictating it in my head, and I was putting the punctuation in, but it was a voicemail, so they just heard me saying period.
Wow.
Yeah.
What happens?
That's
Is it
when
fog?
that's when your friend says, "Betty, I think that time in the hospital really affected him."
Yeah.
brain fog.
Yeah.
It's
The
brain
Canadians, Mike.
so
It's the wildfires.
It is the wildfires.
It's
set
gone
up
red in your
the
brain.
set up the audio we're going to hear.
Okay.
Because
Okay.
I want to know. You played a bit of it, and then I said stop because I really want to
Okay.
hear it when
Right.
we do the show.
Pardon-
This is
Pardon the quality. This is just
okay.
bad video,
That's all right.
but just so everybody's on the same page here. There are times that a video will post on social media and it'll be up for a fraction of the time before it gets red flagged by numerous number of reasons, which could be obscenity, could be threatening behavior, could be nudity, could be anything. So when I saw this, I said, I can't believe this is on social media. It didn't even matter it was TikTok because the video was of an older gentleman who seemed fit.
Yeah.
That was not roided up, just a regular dude.
I'd say 60s, wouldn't you? Maybe a little
70s.
older? Maybe 70s?
Easy.
Okay.
Really?
Because
That
I went
old?
back into his catalog and he said he was in the 70s.
Oh, okay.
So,
So
Handsome fella.
Where? First of all, I'm curious. Are you just doing surfing when you're finding this stuff?
No, this popped up on my feed.
Popped up on your feed.
Yes.
And
Maybe
For
because-
you.
Maybe because I'm always looking up alpha male videos.
all I know, what did I get that popped up?
How do I
online?
become a real man?
Sexy older man
Yes.
videos.
Something that I was talking about, like in my kitchen, and it grabbed it.
Yeah.
and it
All
was,
the
it
time.
was showing
Well, I'm
me
always
stuff.
telling Shannon how I want to be an alpha male, so maybe that's why it came up.
And I think I'm probably an alpha male wannabe.
I'm no alpha male.
Yeah.
That
I'm not
I
even
think I'm a
beta.
wannabe.
I'm like omega. I'm
I
way
really
down.
don't think. I think if
You're
I
like
was
a fish.
really, if I
The omega
back in the day,
threes.
not anymore because I'm old. But if I was really in an altercation where I really, really wanted to do some damage, I think I'd be woefully inadequate.
Mike, this guy reminded
do.
me of you, and in certain aspects, because I know you like to fight, or you used to at
I
least.
don't like to fight.
Fight.
Oscar. That's the thing.
Fight.
I don't mind. I don't suffer a-holes, but I don't like to fight.
Okay.
I don't like to. I don't. The
You will
let
step
me
up
just
and
explain it
defend the
to you.
honor of your family or your name.
Yes,
I
this
will.
is true.
I will, but I don't like it, and I don't like it not just because I don't want to hurt the other person, which I don't. I am afraid of hurting another person. A great fighter doesn't care about that. A great fighter disregards that. A person that can go in a brawl or go in a hockey fight, the hockey enforcers, why they're so
Like
conflicted,
Bill Butters.
is like Bill Butters, but a lot of guys that have incredible PTSD when they get out of the NHL, they can have a conversation with a guy before the fight and then say, good go, afterwards. And during the actual fight, they will not, it's kill or be killed. I don't know if I've got that chip.
It's a weird
but at
chip.
the same time, it doesn't mix well with my inability to suffer rudeness, bullies, a-holes.
Okay.
So I've gotten myself in it.
You-
But saying I like to fight would be inaccurate.
Okay. A ding or buzzer? If you don't, do you have ding or buzzer? Anybody have a ding or buzzer? What do we
I
have
do.
here?
I
Okay.
do.
Great.
Absolutely.
Have you or have you not been in an all-out brawl in Annapolis on Main Street?
I wouldn't describe it as an all-out brawl, so I'm going to give you the buzzer on that one because it is not.
How about a
not an
quiet
all-out brawl?
ding?
Have I been in altercations?
In a fight in the middle of
Yeah.
the street in Annapolis in your lifetime?
Why do you say that?
I'm
Why do you
I'm
say
building
that?
a case.
In Annapolis.
Yes.
Annapolis.
Downtown Annapolis.
And the
I
street
was
is
in a-
Main Street.
Yes.
I was in a fight in a bar in Annapolis.
Yes.
Okay, this
Correct?
is weird because I don't know this one. This
Have
is what
you-
he's
Why
playing
Why do you
close
know
to
this,
us.
and why are you bringing this up?
Because I'm building.
He's building a case.
I'm building a case.
Are you
here.
just randomly though? Because you make me paranoid when you do this.
No,
about my
you've told
history.
this story on
Oh,
the
good.
air.
Okay, good.
How many fights in Annapolis on Main
Please
Street have
welcome.
you been
This is
on?
like Mike O'Mara. This is your life. Please welcome a guy you roundhoused in the O'Leary's pub in 1990. Please don't.
But it's one that I will say this. I'm a pretty good show historian. I don't recall any particular story, so Oscar's been holding on to this for a while.
He told
Blair
this was-
Stewart and I
There we go. See?
went hopping. And it
Bar
was
hopping.
right after a breakup I had. A breakup, not a marriage, a breakup of a woman I was
A
dating.
lady
A flight
friend.
attendant.
And got into it. I don't remember the details now. It's too long ago. But then we went to another location, and I literally walked into this bar with a torn button-down shirt, like ripped from here all the way down here. And then Stewie got into it with another guy who was like a sailor, an ocean racer. It was a wild night, and we were, Saturday night's all right for a fight. And
yeah,
get
yeah,
a
yeah.
little action in. Not proud.
Correct.
Not proud of that behavior.
Okay. So
All
that-
right. The
that's-
court
that's-
recognizes the prosecutor once
Some
again.
people just it imprints on their brain.
Yeah.
Have you or have you not also gotten some sort of fisticuffs in Manassas, Virginia?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
We need a ding.
Ding, please. Thank you.
That was the most hesitant ding in the history of the world.
Or have you not been in what I think is in show lore, one of the most famous,
Oh, yeah.
when you were defending your wife's honor in front of Clyde's, right outside of now the Capital One Arena?
That's right. It was known as the Gallery Place Hootenanny.
Put me in an ambulance.
Yes.
Yeah, it's true.
Yes.
Put me in an ambulance.
Well, it's because you were wearing your Lucchese's. Never fight with cowboy boots on.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, Mike, I remember the
it's like
boots
he wrote
too.
it down.
Yeah. Now, do you want to guess on any
haven't
fights?
haven't worn boots of that kind since.
Yeah.
Are you
Threw
still
them all away.
a perfect size
Gave
7?
them away.
You're still-
Size 7.
you look like Yosemite
Got the
Sam.
whole collection from Carrie Underwood.
Stage worn.
Yes, stage worn indeed. Do you want to guess on a fight, or is that all you have in your arsenal?
Well, that's the top 3 in my mind. So
Yeah,
you've
I
got
don't
you've had a fight in Maryland, Virginia, and DC.
Was there a fight that involved John Riggins being very sleepy?
That was not a fight.
That was
No, that
almost
was
a
just
fight.
a late
yeah,
night.
yeah.
Yeah.
Just-
No.
That was-
I gave some people some lip.
Just shenanigans.
all right.
But then I turned around and realized what they were looking at, which was Riggo face down in his eggs. Passed out.
Just shenanigans.
Mike, I'll give that a ding.
Jesus Christ.
So when you say you don't like the fight,
But it's not like, it's just I don't.
Yeah,
I,
and
I
it's
happen
that's
to have,
3
because
times
of-
over 64 years.
I would describe it as lack of self-control and impulse control, and I would say like is not how I would describe.
would you say
Like would mean you're looking for it all the time.
okay, more
I'm
or
not.
less than 10 fights in your entire lifetime?
Less.
Really?
I mean, are you going back to school days?
I don't know what counts your lifetime.
Yeah,
Well, if you're going
lifetime.
back to school,
Okay, so more than 10?
this is really uncomfortable for me. All right, I got to.
Well, no, you're. One thing we're spotlighting is that you don't like it and you haven't fought in a long
This
time, so
why-
you're better.
Well, you
This-
don't. At 64, it would be a pretty foolish endeavor.
Unless
And when
it
you
found a
see-
much older person.
No, when you see viral video, well, I saw a guy at a Stanley Cup final, Detroit Red Wings against the Washington Capitals, when they lost. They were swept by the Red Wings 4-0. And I was in the MCI Center. What's it called now? Capital One Arena.
Capital One
Is that
Arena,
what it is?
yeah.
And we were there, and there was a 20-something, like a young 20-something, and you see this guy, snow white hair. Guy was probably right around my age or maybe even older, and it did not end well for the young man in question. So, but I'm not going to be that guy. I'm going to be. I would look like the guy that's breaking the. Going to the cement truck and say, "You're on my lawn," and breaking window.
Yeah.
Right? Have you
Correct.
seen that video where he
Yeah,
walks through
correct.
the? Everybody's seen that where he walks
Yes.
through the concrete.
Yeah.
You could also be the guy from yesterday's flip side that was yelling at the bicyclist. You say,
Yeah.
"You think you're a big guy now, you huckleberry?"
I don't want to be that guy.
You're
because
tougher.
I want
You're tougher than my perspective of you is that you're tougher than that. I know you don't want to be that guy, but this is who you are. In my eyes.
I don't want. But I hate the word like because like means you
Fine.
want to hurt people, and I don't want to hurt people.
You don't mind getting in a fight.
I don't.
That's not like.
I hate you. I really do.
Why?
I hate you because you don't mind. Is also you're inching toward. I am not. Here's how I would describe it. I am not proud at all of that. Every single one was probably alcohol fueled. Every single one of them resulted in feeling absolutely horrible. There have been moments that I have done it not with anything physical, but with my words, and I have regretted almost every time.
Are you
Every single time.
Okay, how about this? Let's take it back a step.
Including the one where I was purely, in my mind at the time, defending my wife's honor.
I remember
because
this.
a Marine had said something inappropriate to her, and I literally, old-fashioned style, asked the guy to step outside, and then I blew out my knee. Regret that for the rest of my life.
Well, no, you don't regret defending her, though.
There were a million better ways to handle what I did.
I suppose.
A million better ways to call somebody over and say, and I would do that now because I believe it takes some people a long time to grow up, and I think I've grown up, hopefully.
Yeah.
You know,
Okay.
I mean, you don't know. You don't know what's going to happen if somebody is doing something. I don't know. I don't know if I've ever been. Do you ever think about this? And I don't want to get all sexist on this, but as a man, do you ever think in terms of how would I truly react in a life and death situation?
I think about it all the time.
It's impossible to know, in my opinion.
Yeah.
It's impossible to know.
I think you're a doer.
I don't know. I
Yeah.
don't know. I'd have to be tested in that situation.
Yeah, but
I don't know.
It's your fight or flight response.
It also changes with age. It changes with age. My feeling right now is any circumstance that would put my wife or my son or either one of my daughters in any kind of danger. I've had a run. I've had a good run. Please give me the bullet. That's how I think I do it. But when you're looking down the barrel of a gun and saying, shoot me instead of them, would you really? I think about stuff.
I do too, and I think I'm on the same page as far as trading out for my kids. I think I would do that.
Had a good
Yeah, but
run.
you have a death wish. That doesn't count.
Oscar, stay involved.
All right. So the point to all of this,
I'm
my
saying,
God, what the hell is the
I
time
hear
on
this
show?
guy and I think
Yes.
of you.
Yes.
So right away I'm like, man, this guy's serious. He's just to set the table. Home invasion.
Okay. We're
Yes.
going to take a break because we need to do a dive on this.
Correct.
Okay.
Right? This
Correct.
is a long
Yes.
piece of tape.
Yes.
And we will take a break and we will see. I just want to make it clear before we go to break here, you're not like to find me.
That's right. And you can
Christ,
shoot
you
me.
say that
Yeah.
on a national podcast, you're going to be in, the next time I bump into someone, hey, tough guy. And then I'll be like, don't hurt me. Be right back. Let's see the thing. There we are. Hey, there it is. How about that?
Look at there.
Did you know that 80% of men will experience hair thinning in their lifetime? Did you know that? Did they teach you that here? But it doesn't have to be you. You, oh baby, you. Take control of your hair health with Nutrafol, the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement. Nutrafol is clinically shown to improve hair growth, visible thickness, and visible scalp coverage. Visit Nutrafol.com/men and take their hair wellness. Hold on, I messed up here. Let me just go. All right. The hair wellness quiz. That's what it is, moron.
Yeah.
And Nutrafol will provide you with a personalized plan for better hair health through whole body wellness. Take the first step to visibly thicker, healthier hair. For a limited time, Nutrafol is offering our listeners $10 off your first month subscription and free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code TMOS. Find out why over 4,000 healthcare professionals recommend Nutrafol for healthier hair. Nutrafol.com/men. That's Nutrafol.com/men and enter the promo code TMOS. That's Nutrafol.com/men. Promo code TMOS. Okay, so Oscar's very excited today about a particular audio clip that he wanted to share.
Also because it's been removed from the internet.
Yes.
Okay.
It's
All right,
rather
very good.
scarce
For
now.
those of you in KCJJ that just came back from commercial break,
Shows up on your feed.
know this, that when a video gets removed from the internet, it's because it's violated some terms of publishing, right?
Violence,
Anything, nudity, anything
threats
like that.
of violence.
Which immediately, from a psychological manner, makes it more saucy.
Yeah.
Where you're like, okay, what happened?
Gives us
Yeah,
some
why was
sizzle.
it taken down? Or voluntarily, it can be taken down by someone who really think it was a foolish thing
I
to do.
sent it to the guys, and by the time I sent it to the guys, it had 1.4 million views.
And it was gone.
Wow.
And then by the time I sent it to the guys, they're like, we can't see this video. So I had my wife screen record it for me, not in the typical sense. She just took her camera and recorded it on mine because it was still playing on mine.
Okay.
And then I sent it to Rob, and Rob's now going to play this gentleman's
The audio. We won't see the video.
audio of the actual plea from this man that just had his home invaded.
Okay, here we go.
I am offering $100,000 for the return of my hard drive. I was robbed by a Chilean jewelry heist gang run by a dude named Brian Herrera Maldonado, according to the police. The hard drive that you guys took looks exactly like this. If you guys return this to me, I will give you $100,000, and I will throw in another $100,000 if you let me fight any one of the 4 pussies that was in my home. Pick whichever one you want. You can have an attorney draft any kind of letter that you please, which I will sign, and it will have a legally binding commitment that I will not press charges. As you know from looking at the hard drive, it's just 5 years of photos of me with my children. They're from 2008 to 2012. You probably thought it had banking info, or you thought it was a crypto wallet. When you looked at it, you realized it's just a dad and his kids. Hopefully, for your sake, you didn't throw it away, because if you did, that would suck for you. I know that you are all pathetic cowards. All 4 of you ran the minute I stepped into the house, and I know it must suck knowing that you are incapable of actually earning a living. And it must feel horrible that you know you aren't real men. I'm giving you a chance to get 200 grand in cash. You are pathetic punks. Come and prove me wrong and get paid. You know who I am from the hard drive. I'm in SoCal. It won't be hard to figure out which little cell of your losers has the CHP. Have one of your loser friends drop off a letter with next steps in my backyard. You seem to know it well, as the police tell me you case these homes for days. Get to it, and let's do this.
Weird.
I
Weird,
thought it was
strange.
riveting.
Totally riveting.
Yes.
About the guy. You know who he sounds like, Rob?
Who?
He sounds like that movie producer that used
Michael
to do
Bay?
the horror flicks.
Oh, no.
Oh,
You
William
know?
Castle?
Which he sounds like William
Hold on,
Castle
let me hear.
a little
Hold
bit.
on.
I am
Really
offering $100,000.
Do you believe in ghosts?
do. Do you believe in ghosts?
Do you buy
How
it?
does-
First of all, do you buy
Well,
it?
I don't know. I have absolutely no the identity of the gang.
He got it from the police.
Yeah.
Police shared it with him, and it's Chilean. Is there a Chilean organized crime syndicate in California?
I
Is
think
there a
all people-
Chilean connection. You know, I mean,
The
really,
Chilean Connection. I love that movie.
The Chilean connection.
Yeah,
why
you
not?
can see
the
it now.
Bolivian connection.
See it
That would
on
be cool.
Tubi.
It's just strange to me, right? I mean,
He
it's
lost
really
me
strange.
with the fight thing. I can understand wanting the pictures back, but the fight thing is sort of an over-the-top, I'm a tough guy, $100,000 thing. Why would you pay $100,000 just to beat someone up?
Satisfaction.
You think?
If you think you can
He's
fight.
furious. He's
Yeah.
perhaps like out of his mind,
Yeah.
angry that he was violated. Have you ever experienced a burglary on any level whatsoever?
Mike, you stole my heart.
No.
No.
A burglary.
Yeah, I have. I've my car broken into several times in Richmond.
Okay, but a burglary at a home.
It's a
The
home
only-
invasion.
Yeah,
The
that
only
I can see that.
experience
Yeah.
that I had many years ago. My daughter with my sister had her baby daughter, whose house I was at last night, full-grown woman with grown kids now, not full-grown kids, but was in her arms in Annandale, Virginia. And we came up the steps, and Kathy opened the door. She was in front of me. She said, "Oh, my God, somebody's broken in." I said, "Get the hell out of the way." I said, "Get back, get behind me right now. Go down to the car, call." I don't think it was even cell phone time. It was a long time ago. This is a long
Find a
long time
payphone.
ago. This
Yeah.
is 40 years ago. This is a long time. And I said, just go to your car. Let me go in.
I'm going to fight.
I don't want you in this
You're not
house
gonna
with your
fight.
baby. I don't want you in the house with your baby if somebody's still in the house.
Yeah.
And I remember it's a townhouse, and I remember going up floor by floor, listening.
You were sweeping.
Yeah.
Terrified
Yeah.
of somebody being in there, and then nobody was in the house, and she came back in, and I think their bedroom in particular was really rifled through, and it's this intense feeling of violation.
Violation,
that you have. And especially if you get something taken
Yeah,
from
that's
you,
your-
like that's a personal effect. Any background on this at all? Anything about it? Because it's gone now, right? He removed it.
It's gone.
Uh,
But his page is still up, so I took a deeper dive on that.
oh, good.
He's
Okay.
legit. He's legit.
I don't
And,
always drink beer, but when I do,
but he's not.
what I picture the guy
He's
looking
not
like.
like.
You're not far off.
But he's not a Gold's Gym like muscle guy. He's a
Doesn't have to
regular
be.
dude.
Yeah.
A regular dude.
What did you find when you did the deeper dive? Did you
That-
find like his job out or anything?
No, he's clearly had some success in the business world.
Mm-hmm.
He's been making TikToks for some time, but just like spoken word TikToks.
Yeah.
That have nothing to do with violence or revenge.
What type of TikToks are they, though?
They're just like
Dancing?
observations of the news.
No
None
dancing.
of them that had any breakout success. He said that
Well-
he starts his TikTok saying like, I'm older on here. Like my son says that older people can't succeed here, so I've taken up that challenge. Like it's very sweet at the beginning.
Okay, so that's right away.
Yes.
That's the first red flare where he's trying to generate heat. First of all, when you start from the premise that everything on the land of social media is 80% chance of being total BS.
Sure.
Yeah.
Then I smell a bit of a rat because, hey, what would get people? Here we are. We're talking about it on our show right now.
Mm-hmm.
We're dwelling with this right now with this guy that does this kind of movie star type soliloquy regarding these
He's
guys
great
that
at
broke into
soliloquies.
his house.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So maybe he's like, hey, I'm not generating. This will generate heat. How many views did it have when you
1.4 million.
more than anything he's ever done?
Well, the rest of them were like 600, 700.
Does he have did you see how many followers he has now?
You know what? I can look right now.
Because I'm curious because I could see him having, just if he's doing like business soliloquies.
No, he's
1,000
not trying to
followers.
sell you. Like he's a former businessman.
Okay, so
like, he's like talking about like he's existential things like if you want to get ahead in life, you have to work. Like stuff like that.
Okay.
Like you have to like
Okay.
the things.
That's why it's on us.
Problems.
So I could see him with like 600 followers.
I'd like to just say slackers need not apply.
I was
Slackers,
speaking to my nephew who was daydreaming
What? Out of curiosity, what
Yes.
pops up on your feed, Rob?
on TikTok.
Yeah, don't look at it. Just do it. From
I
memory,
get a
for
lot. I
Christ's
do get stand-up comics
no
a lot.
pressure.
I get stand-up comics a lot. I get some dancing videos.
Right.
I get impressionists. I get
Cartoons.
magic.
Puppy dog.
Yes.
Flowers.
Ink blots.
This is what makes the show great, though. It can't all be the same thing.
Powdered sugar.
And I get a series of random pole vaulters. Female pole
You
vaulters.
get sumo with the keys to sumo success.
I get sumo junior academy boys cooking for the rest of their fatter and older classmates.
Well, that's
what
because
I-
one of the things you search is 100 eggs.
It can be your Facebook feed, right?
Yes.
It can be your Facebook
Yeah,
feed.
Yeah,
same
sure.
deal.
Yeah.
All right,
Same,
let me
same
look
premise.
right now and just see what
Same
pops up.
premise.
You know, I mean, I'll go to it and see just randomly because it's got to be rando.
They do a good. I think TikTok has the. Yeah, I know that we have issues with privacy, and we might shut down this Chinese platform, but they do a pretty good job of actually feeding you things that you're into.
Yeah. And also so if you're not into it, it's so easy to scroll. It's the fastest. You find something you like quick.
That said, I do believe that that you probably want to govern your time on this. Like I have a little timer on it.
Yeah.
That says after 10 minutes, you've been scrolling for 10 minutes.
It's a time vampire.
yes,
Literally
it is
a time vampire.
total time
Oh
suck.
God,
Yeah.
I've lost everything.
You lost it?
Dear, yes,
What did you
I've
lose?
lost everything. I've lost everything.
You have us.
Because
You'll
I
always
don't-
have us.
No, I've
They've
lost
deleted his
everything.
profile.
His whole profile?
Yeah.
I've lost everything.
Oh, nobody wants that, Mike. Nobody wants their profile deleted. He's gone.
You know who did that? The Chinese.
No, the Chilean mob.
Could be the
Hell is
Chilean
going on
mob. Yeah.
here? Hold
They,
on
the guy
just a
put his
second.
name out. You know what I'm saying?
Well, if his name was his handle,
Yes.
so he was easy to find.
No. So the guy's name is his handle on TikTok. It was at least.
Okay.
So now the account's completely gone.
But anyone who saw it would have no problem finding him.
Correct. So I don't know. I don't think he's BSing. I don't know if you can essentially flag any type of video you want. Anybody can do it.
Right.
You know, it's just happened in the past. That you just have to say, okay, this is the deal. They go through the process, and then you're back on. But to lose your entire account, I think this guy really had his house broken into. Someone stole a hard drive and said, we're going to be crypto millionaires. And it's a bunch of pictures of him and his kids for the past 5 years.
I get it.
And that
Yeah.
was it. Now, old man move should have had in the cloud. Or maybe a legacy box keychain,
Exactly.
right? Would have been fine. Back it up.
You know,
But
it's hard to know what's real, and the detail that he has almost doesn't that sound movie like when you
very much so.
when
And
you
it
hear
also
that?
what also feels movie like is like the $100,000 times 2. He's baiting them in to returning it. And
well,
then
if
there's
it's
gonna
real,
yeah. But then there's going to be, some sort of booby trap for them. And then he'll go take them to jail. Because
No, I
he's
think
like
this guy
baiting a
really
trap.
wants to fight.
Do you really?
Yes.
All right.
well, we'll just have to wait and see because if it's gone, but you know who the guy is. So if you hear about
I'll-
something, but
I'll be-
it's not like the guys that broke into his house are going to do that. And show,
Well,
hey, thank you for the $100,000. No, come on.
Mike.
What possible world would that be a realistic scenario?
They're looking for their Venmo to hear
If-
that ka-ching sound.
If you're dumb enough to break into people's houses these days with the amount of over-the-counter consumer cameras that are available,
Yeah.
You're dumb enough to be like, hey, if he really has that cash,
That's funny.
we should probably
Leave
leave a note.
This is what's going on at the Chilean hideout.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, with a body like that. You can do it. All right, we got to take a break, and we got some news coming up here on the Mike O'Meara Show. Well, later, once again, so much that I have to know, all right? After the news, please remind me.
Yes.
If I steamroll ahead and forget it, I want to know what my side hustle
Oh, we're going to make you rich, Mike.
Yeah, we got this.
Thank you. I need it. Every little bit that I can get. We'll be right back. Everybody. Baldy! VACATION, people. Vacation. Summer vacation, baby. Whether you're heading out on a road trip or rushing through the airport, why not skip the usual stress of travel and chill out? Go ahead and chill out with Dadgrass. All their products are TSA approved. Groovy Daddy-O. Dadgrass is legal, organic, smokable hemp that relaxes your body and mellows your mind. Their 100% organic pre-rolled joints are very low in THC and high in CBD, so you can enjoy the effects of cannabis while keeping a clear head. Chill out without getting stoned. It's like having a glass of wine, but not the whole bottle like I had last night.
Oh, dear.
Dadgrass also offers the finest tinctures and gummies. They're great. I love them, and I've tried them, and you're going to like them too.
They
All
work.
the mellow goodness.
Yes.
No smoke required. All Dadgrass products are federally legal for ages 18 and over and shipped right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Plus, it's TSA approved. It is. They wouldn't
It's so
say it if they
crazy,
couldn't.
but it's true.
I've traveled with it.
Yes.
No problem.
TSA approved. Right now, Dadgrass offering our listeners 20% off their first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS for 20% off your very first order. That's dadgrass.com/TMOS. And we say thank you. Thank you, Dadgrass. We really appreciate it. Play the thing, please. Thank you.
There it is.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
This is the homepage, and we start with travel. This might be the best time to invest in an Amtrak pass. A combination of thunderstorms and staffing shortages have resulted in a bit of a nightmare when it comes to travel for the 4th of July. So be aware of that. A combination of thunderstorms, staffing shortages led to more than 20,000 delayed and 5,000 canceled flights across the country this week. And as we heard, into the 4th of July weekend, with the TSA predicting tomorrow will be the busiest day of air travel since the pandemic began.
Wow.
More chaos is likely still to come. Anybody traveling for the 4th? Are you
Julia
guys?
is coming back on July 3rd from Los Angeles. I don't think that would be a heavy day because I think most people would be where they're
That
at.
would be
right?
Monday, correct?
Monday. That in the
I would think
They'll
you
catch
might
up
be
by
okay.
then, no? Right? They'll
I
catch
think
up by
that, I
then.
think if it's problematic,
she had a hard time flying out to LA last Monday. She had
I'll
to
be in the air Thursday of next week. So I don't know.
I've flown on the 4th of July before.
through the
Yeah.
fireworks.
Cheapest flights.
I don't think we're doing anything on the 4th. I might do that.
Check your mailbox.
The bad weather. What do you mean? Why?
Might be an invitation to something
What do you mean?
for 4th of July.
Yeah, now that you've had a great outing
No,
yesterday.
we were. I was talking to the fam last night, and I don't think there are enough people up here to do our usual thing that we do down at the family.
You bring
know,
the sunshine,
compound.
Mike.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Mike, it
Thank
only
you, when
takes
I'm not
one.
fighting.
It only takes one person to be a patriot.
Okay. Shut up. The bad weather isn't helping, and workers remain hard to come by, even as travel comes roaring back. Scott Kirby.
Hi, I'm Scott Kirby.
He's the CEO of United. They've
that
had the
tool?
most. They've had the most cancellations, and he blames FAA staffing issues.
Yeah.
So there's that.
I'm Scott Kirby.
Scott Kirby.
We're doing
Hi.
everything we can to make sure your travel is excellent.
Yo ho, I'm the CEO.
I've seen him a lot. I don't like it.
God, what the frick is wrong with my fingers today? Wildfires continue to rage in Canada, and the wind keeps a-blowing. It's blowing the smoke into the United States yesterday. Smoke hovered over the Midwest while also heading east. All told, air quality alerts were in effect in 20 states. and applied to almost a third of the United States population, according to the Washington Post. In other unpleasant outdoor conditions, the heat wave in Texas shows no signs of letting up. It's been blamed for at least 9 deaths and is straining the state's power grid, but solar power has helped stave off blackouts.
That's good.
My buddy Zach was yelling about solar power up here. He was
Let
talking
me guess.
about,
Not in favor?
not in favor.
Okay.
Well, he says that when they're used up, I didn't know this. When they're used up, they have to get rid of the Gribblies, and there's radiation in the panels.
No one
that?
says that.
Did you know that?
I did not know that, and they never talk about that.
I want you tomorrow to give us a full book report on solar energy, the
Okay.
negatives and the positives.
All right, I shall.
Did he highlight the fossil fuels?
No, he didn't. It's not the. You see, you assume it's the
I'm
company
a drill
line,
baby drill.
and they
Yeah.
got a lot of solar power.
Let's
up
do
there.
it.
Yeah,
And,
I'm drill baby
that's it.
drill when I go to the dentist. But
There you go.
I'm a capitalist.
Madonna came down with a serious bacterial infection over the weekend.
No.
Landed her in the ICU. I think she was intubated for a little bit.
Wow.
At one point, she was on a ventilator, it says. Madonna was rushed to a New York hospital after she was found unresponsive. Her daughter, Lourdes, has been with her throughout all of this. Madonna's manager says, quote, her health is improving. However, she is still under medical care. A full recovery is expected. Madonna was supposed to kick off a world tour in about 2 weeks, but that is off for now. I always smell a rat. I'm terrible. I'm such a cynic. I always think that the whole thing manufactured because she just didn't want to go on tour.
Yeah, well, Mike, the unresponsiveness, she was emotionally unresponsible.
Thank you.
That's
Appreciate it.
Responsive.
Pete Davidson is pretty open about his struggles with borderline personality disorder and PTSD. Lost his father, if you didn't
Yes.
know. Everybody knows about Kim Kardashian. People don't realize that he lost his dad in the World Trade Center. He recently checked himself into a rehab facility in Pennsylvania, and I'm all for Mr. Davidson going public with this. I think it helps a lot of other people. A friend says it's nothing to be worried about since Pete goes regularly for, quote, tune-ups to take a mental break. So, that's what's happening. And if that's the case, I think he does good for people that might say,
Yeah.
oh, my God, if I go into a facility, it would be crazy. I think this is great.
He's
And more
normalizing
people
it.
should do it.
Yeah.
Another source says, quote, anyone who knows Pete knows he will always step up and get help when he knows he needs it. He has a lot of people in his corner who love him and support him and are proud of him. He's expected to be getting out pretty soon. So he goes into like a rehab facility, but for mental health and not necessarily substance. At least it doesn't say it's substance
Makes
abuse,
good
so.
sense, and when he comes out, he'll be ready to run that new ferry that he bought.
Yes, the ferry that he bought with Colin Jost.
Yeah, I
which,
would go on that ferry. I think that would
I
be
would
nice.
go on it even with without a remodel. There you go. I'd jump
It
right on.
smells in here.
People online can't agree on whether to store open bottles of ketchup in the refrigerator or leave them out like you would see at a restaurant. Do you keep yours in the fridge? I do. Or do you just leave it out at room temperature? Apparently, there is a school of thought that there are people that do not like ketchup that's refrigerated.
Mike,
Always
it's
refrigerated.
it's shelf stable until it's opened, and then you need to refrigerate it.
I don't know if that's true because they say that at a restaurant, when it's used at a certain pace, you go into a diner, you've got ketchup on the table. It's not refrigerated.
Do you
right?
buy into the theory that the bottom of a ketchup bottle in a diner is like 30 years old because they just keep topping it off?
What happened? You own a restaurant. What happened to your restaurant?
Well, I immediately went to Heinz from House Recipe. If you go to a restaurant with House Recipe, that's a cut corner that I didn't believe in, and that's why I went out of business.
House recipe.
I didn't use House Recipe catsup.
Yeah, I thought you made your own.
Let me see. Heinz UK division started a Twitter poll to see where people stand. This sounds to me like just a shill to get PR around the.
That's
4th
a
of
corner
July.
I will not cut.
Well, the thing is yesterday they had the everyone was talking about the Pepsi flavored ketchup, and with the big barbecue weekend coming up, everyone wants their name attached to a barbecue story.
Well, Heinz isn't making any statement as to refrigerate or not. They're just taking this poll, and 55% of people say refrigerate, and they're saying the reason the ketchup doesn't get used, that gets laid out in a restaurant on a table, is because they go through it so fast. But I never heard the part about the Gribblies being down.
That's
at the bottom of the
I don't know
tube.
if that's an urban legend or not. I refrigerate my ketchup, don't refrigerate my butter.
So FYI, the Heinz UK did post FYI, ketchup goes in the fridge. A spokesman for Heinz added, that is the best way to maintain its taste.
And
Nothing
you know what?
about safety
Who
or
would care about if it's cold, because it gets room temperature awful fast if you're putting something hot into it or putting it on something hot. You ever like bit into a hot dog and said, this ketchup is freezing?
No, but I put it on my wieners. No, I don't like ketchup on a hot dog.
I love ketchup on a hot dog.
Oh, blech.
No,
I hate it. Carla does
Mustard,
too, I think.
ketchup.
ketchup
No.
and mustard
Relish.
together is good, yeah.
No, I just like mustard and onions. Hi, everybody.
How about oh, okay.
Now a little something. Speaking of food,
Food.
a McDonald's customer in Ohio did not have a Happy Meal. She found a little something inside her quarter pounder. After a few bites, she decided to wipe away some excess mayonnaise with a French fry. Classy.
Oh, this is the old scrape move.
Classy lady.
Mike, I bet you $1 she ate the fry.
Here's what she said.
We were just eating, and there was so much mayo and lettuce, so I took my fry to go wipe the side of it off, and I heard this plop in the box.
And what she found in the box when she heard the plop was a nose ring.
Oh, no. Yuck.
She said McDonald's still has not apologized or offered reimbursements for the tainted food. Days later, she reached out to her county public health officer after getting no response from Mickey D's. They said the Office of Environmental Health conducted an inspection at the McDonald's and ran through safe food handling training with workers, and they didn't find anything that indicated problems with the food preparation. However, one fry cook with a neck tattoo had a gaping hole in his nostril. Yeah, that is so gross. That is so nasty.
Any truth to the rumor that it was a kitchen's finest nose ring?
Kitchen's finest. Yum, yum. They showed it. I saw a picture of it.
Oh,
Never seen a
God.
naked one before. We'll be right back. Hot, hot, hot. Summertime is here, and it's time to focus on your face. Luckily, Derm Glow has everything you need in one place. Attention, fellows.
Oh.
Yeah, I've got a package. A big one and a little one for you. They're on sale.
Yes.
Ladies, indulge yourself with Carla's Beauty Bundle. Also on sale now. Discover the latest products from Azul or try the Grand Fantastic Fanning and Curling Mascara. And don't miss the wonders of the Peptide Recovery Mask. With Derm Glow, enjoy fast shipping and worldwide delivery. They even offer Afterpay for your convenience. Enhance your loveliness with virtual skin consultations and find the perfect products for you. And if you can't decide, an e-gift card from Dermglow is always a winner. Visit DermglowSkin.com today, the ultimate facial boutique featuring facials and products by the pampering esthetician, soon with their brand new storefront in my hometown.
You know,
Reach out today.
I buy all my ketchup from them.
That's exciting.
Yes.
Reach out today and tell them that durable character actor Vito Scotti sent you. I do not know.
You would know him if you saw him. He's been in everything.
Can you give me any more clarity than that since I don't have a picture?
Yeah, he played a vampire in Gilligan's Island. He also played
Hold it. Let's stop for a second.
Okay, stop the music.
He played a vampire in Gilligan's Island.
Yes, but you would know him. He often played like a maitre d' type on Columbo shows.
Now, this is where our video technology.
Can you
I'm going to pull it up.
Vito
Scotti.
Scotti.
Image of Vito Scotti, so I can
I
see
think
who
we
you're talking
recently
about.
lost him. If I could, I might
I'll
not
look
be
it up.
mistaken, but he's been in all. Like if you have a Columbo or a McLeod, anything on those NBC Wheel shows, he did a lot
I
of
don't
that.
know. I sometimes just
Yeah, I got
wonder.
you, Mike.
I wonder what's going on inside of that brain of yours to find a name like this, an obscure
When
name.
you
We're
see
working
him,
on
you're
our-
going to be like, okay.
Yeah.
all right, hold on. Let me see.
See,
Yeah, I always thought he played Hispanic actors.
he did. He
I mean,
did
or
some of
characters,
that.
right?
He did a lot of characters. Yes,
That was
like a vampire.
File that totally under not worth the effort. Right there. That is just not.
But leave
the
it up for a
effort.
while.
Vito Scotti. That's fantastic. All right, side hustle. You guys have been telling me
Yes,
this all
Mike,
week
you're going to
since
be a
Monday.
millionaire. A millionaire.
All right, lay it
Oscar?
on me.
Okay. I saw this video come up and I said, well, Mike's looking for something that he could do on the side that like essentially correlates with his interests.
Yes.
For a while, he was a watchmaker
Wanted
and
to
then
do
a watch dealer.
hustling.
Yes.
I'm glad because watch prices are down again.
Yeah,
So I'm glad I
and in
didn't do that.
fairness, that takes a tremendous bankroll. Tremendous bankroll.
The guy that's trying to hawk me on a watch buying seminar says you can start with a grand.
Well,
Like,
yeah,
if
but
someone's
that's
trying
still
to
a
sell
lot
you
of
something,
money.
they're
Yeah.
not going to
I
sell
know,
you
it's still
that
a
it's
lot of money.
hard. They're going to sell you that it's easy, right?
But I'm always have an open mind.
Okay.
Always looking. That's the
you.
way I look.
So I found this video. I sent it to Rob. I said, please, this is a separate topic than the audio vault or the flip side.
Yeah, this is its
I
own
want
topic.
this to be maybe some inspiration for Mike.
Yeah.
Go ahead and play the audio.
All righty.
There's a golf black market in Los Angeles. Now, there's great weather year-round in California, but if you are in LA, your golf choices are slim. You can either join a private country club, which are very expensive, and I'll make a whole video about those, or you play the city's municipal courses. But something weird goes on because it is impossible to get tee times on these courses. This is 9 days out, okay? Now, this is a Wednesday after 4th of July. Most people will be at work. This is for two different courses. My choices are 5 in the morning or 4:15 in the afternoon. For a while, people thought it was bots, and the city keeps saying, well, no, it's not bots. We don't really understand bots.
To get on a
because
public
old
course.
People who don't know anything about that stuff. But it's not bots, it's just demand. And I'm here to tell you it's not demand. There's a guy that's out there that books up all the Wilson and Harding tee times, and he sells them for like $15 extra per tee time for you to buy through him.
Okay.
Black market tee
So
times.
this is all by computer. I went ahead and found, Mike, a Fort Myers layout of all the public courses.
Okay.
And we have roughly 25.
Okay.
My question to you is this. Is this something that you would feel is possible for you to handle? Because you used to wheel and deal your Red Sox tickets.
That's true.
I played a muni with a guy from my son's school a couple of weeks back, and I don't know, because we never discussed it, I got the impression that it was not a walk in the park for him grabbing a tee time based on the course he wanted to play and the course we ended up playing. And then the course we ended up playing, they do this thing where they aerate the greens, where they punch holes in the greens.
Sure.
So it was really
Keeps them tender.
optimal when we played it. So I think that the answer to your question is that is probably something that would be viable in that part of the world because, the passion of golf that we have down
Golf-centric.
there. Would I do it? You know what? No.
Oh.
Really?
Absolutely. No, I don't want to do it.
You don't need $1,000 to get into it.
No, I don't want to. It's
You'd be a
it would
broker of
be-
sorts.
Yeah.
I feel as though the ass would be bitten at a certain point. They would get you. That's hinky. That's hinky biz because it sounds to me like you are cutting into the action of the municipal layout, which
but the muni gets the money that they set out. They set a price and they get
but
it.
at the same time, it's like scalping. It's a variety of scalping, in my opinion.
Scalping or
That's what it would be.
resale, Mike. It's no different than eBay.
Well, resale, I know. But also the work required to do something like that. I don't know if it's as
You
easy
can
as
chat
you would think.
GPT this thing.
How?
I don't
Build
know
software.
whether the unused inventory, whether you're on the hook for it.
then you
Maybe.
just have to golf.
No, you may be on the hook. Like if you have 10 reservations that you
Right.
haven't sold, you may be on the hook for at least a portion of all of those. And then, you're talking $15, maybe $15 on top of each one.
Yeah.
So
How many
you're
tee
telling me
times
to
in a
make
day?
$100? To make $100, I have to have 10 tee times around the
How
area.
many tee times in a day at one golf course, you think?
Could you get?
Yes.
10.
Okay,
All right, it's
10
100
times 26
$260.
times $100 a day.
I'd like to say this is the-
26,000.
This is my level of disappointment is unprecedented for this side.
We found a passionate project that we're like,
Yes.
we talked about this.
Give it to Mac. I would hope a
Noted
side
golfer
hustle
Mac, yes.
would utilize some of my skill set. And you are now going to a skill set that Oscar Santana, above all other people, knows I do not possess. And that is the power of organization and detail.
Did you? But
where
you know
I would
the
muck it up.
sport.
I would get angry calls about, I paid $20 for this tee time and you sent me to Orlando.
Read the fine print.
Have you
Yes.
ever? I was also impressed by. And look, is it a little scummy? There's a layer of scum.
Sure, scrape it off.
You know, it's the action. I was watching.
You know what I could also do?
Yes.
Side hustle, really? If I am desperate, which I'm getting to. It's not. I'm not there yet, but I'm very close to being desperate. Where I'm thinking about, do we really want to have that particular type of ground turkey, Carlo? Get the cheap one.
But you're still buying Heinz.
Heinz ketchup. But I'm not a big ketchup consumer.
It's the action.
I've always thought I'd love to, because the car dealers I've dealt with love to be a high-end
car dealer.
A lot of risk.
Car dealer,
Again.
yeah.
I would
lot
love
of
to
risk.
be. Why is there risk? It's the dealership. I work for the dealership.
The Mick, the show The Mick.
Yeah,
Don't
great
call
show.
me a Mick.
No. The show, it's called The Mick. It was on Fox.
Okay.
It's on Netflix now.
Now it's on Netflix.
Right.
So Shannon's
Netflix.
rewatching it just in the background.
It's a funny show.
And she walks in and sees her nephew and his best friend who are in high school, and they're from Beverly Hills. They're just wealthy. And the main character is not. She's just watching these kids while the parents are off in Europe, basically hiding from the tax man. And the guys are like, "Oh yeah, like you owe me." And she goes, "Oh, you guys gambling? You guys betting?" And they're like, "Yeah, like he owes me like 100. No, not 100. He goes, he owes me 10. She goes, you're gambling $10? She goes, no, 10 sniffs. And then so this is a high school kid. She says, sniffs? Yeah, we bet each other 10 sniffs of our dog's butts, whoever loses. And she says, "You guys are betting sniffs?"
Sniffs of a dog's butt.
Not
And
okay.
she goes, "You need the juice. You need the action." And they're like, "Well, what are you talking about?" They're like, "Get online. Start gambling."
Sure.
So then
Sniffing.
she shows them how to gamble. And the kid says, she goes, "Well, how much should I gamble?" He goes, "This is a lock." And she goes, "Well, you put 100 down, some real juice." And he bets with his dad's credit card $100,000 on this game. This is on the show.
He bets $100 grand.
Correct. So they lose the bet, as they would.
Yeah.
And he's like crying, and he's like, "You gotta help me. He goes, $100? You're crying over $100? Aren't you guys millionaires?" And he goes, $100,000. You said bet 100.
Oh my God.
So hilarity ensues.
Yes.
I'm betting sniffs with this golf course action.
How many sniffs?
10 sniffs,
10
apparently.
sniffs, okay.
Mike, you're mad that I'm like, $15 on every transaction, even though the scale would be impressive. You're like, you want the action.
Yeah.
You want the high dollar action.
Here's the cup.
Yeah.
Yes.
Juice goes into the cup.
Yes.
Squeeze the fruit. You get the juice. Look at the fruit. Not worth it. I just explained Oscar's favorite term. We have to take a break.
Yeah,
Thank you for that, though.
Thank you.
That was
tried.
really, really exciting.
tried.
So, Oscar, that means it's up to you and me.
Yeah.
We'll be right back. Harry's. I love Harry's. You love Harry's, too. No matter what or where you're shaving, level up your game with Harry's. Their sleekest razor yet, the Craft Handle. Experience the latest and greatest in the Harry's razor lineup, delivered straight to your door for just $10. You can visit harrys.com/TMOS. It includes a Craft Handle 5-blade German-engineered razor cartridge, shaving gel, and travel cover. Plus, you can schedule replacement blade delivery whenever you need them with refills as low as $2. Plus, you can step up your routine with dozens of affordable items to choose from, like shaving creams, post-shave balm, body washes, hydrating lotions. Mr. O'Mara forgot his Harry's shave gel up in Maine, and he is not going to buy the full container because he's got too much of it back home. But I'm using Carla's
Mike,
abysmal shave cream.
it will
It's
make your
disgusting.
homecoming so sweet.
It will. I love it. I love Harry's. Everything they sell. Fantastic. I love them all. You will too. Elevate your shave with the latest and greatest in Harry's razor handle line. They have a great, great bunch of products. Get your $17 Craft Handle and do it today. The starter set for just $10 at harrys.com/TMOS. That's harrys.com/TMOS. Play the thing.
Gotta play it. There it is, my daughter.
The flip side.
I start today with two things for Oscar.
Yes,
in particular,
Oscar.
because
I'm
he
here.
actually he brought this up
Hello.
when he came in, and he has the story behind it. Last night, history-making baseball. Mike, I'm sorry, it's the Yankees,
Yes.
but they have a pitcher. His name is Domingo Germán. And I thought
Domingo Herman.
definitely thought of Jack Kent
Oh,
Cooke.
so
when I
there's
thought
an
that.
umlaut over the A.
I believe
Is it
so,
an
yes.
umlaut,
I
Rob?
think it is. Yeah, I think it is. I can't do an umlaut when I name
It's
the cut.
Herman.
Herman.
But anyway, for the first time, how many perfect games have there
24.
been?
This is
24.
24th time. 27 batters up, 27 batters down. Yankees win 11-0 with a
I was at the
perfect
game last night. I was actually at the game. I was in the far corner of Yankee Stadium, and I yelled at the top of my lungs. Once he completed the perfect game, I said,
I'm over here now.
"What is wrong with your finger today?"
That work?
It would have been
I thought
funnier.
I thought,
No, I
that
thought it was
funny.
funny making us wait on it. Anyway,
Yes.
Thank you.
Here's the actual call.
Grounded to third. Donaldson has it. There it is. Perfection for Domingo.
So hard to do.
Domingo Herman has thrown the 24th perfect game in baseball history.
Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
24. Think about the history of baseball. Hundreds of years, and not hundreds.
Yes, Mike.
Back when they were playing baseball in the 1600s.
Ben
100 years,
Franklinstein.
over 100
Yeah.
years of baseball, and wow.
This guy,
I mean, special.
30 years
Really.
old,
Yep.
fighting for
Journeyman, right?
Yeah, fighting for a spot on the rotation,
Yeah.
and he pulls this off.
He'll probably
Right.
get it now, don't you think?
Robb's knowledge of sports sometimes.
No.
Let's say you're a hockey podcaster.
Oh,
Yeah, you're going to be...
spitting chicklets.
There's an MMA podcaster that's out there. What's the name of that new podcast
It's a
we were
website.
promoting yesterday?
Yeah, MMA.
Oh, it's a website. Sorry.
MMAfightfeed.com.
Oh, it's a website. It's not a podcast.
No.
No. It's a website, but you can also follow him on TikTok and the gram. MMAfightfeed.com or
Okay.
MMA Fight Feed. You can check it
Excellent.
out. Obviously, you would be at the NHL draft last night. A lot of stuff going on.
Yes.
So this guy is a hockey podcaster. He doesn't know who he's speaking to. He just grabs a guy off the street. Turns out it's the general manager for the Blackhawks, Kyle Davidson.
Okay.
So this is him unknowingly interviewing the GM of the Blackhawks.
What's your name and where are you from?
Kyle from Chicago.
From Chicago?
Yeah.
You ever been to Nashville before?
A couple times, yeah.
For a Blackhawks game?
Yeah.
All right, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much would you say you know about hockey?
Probably I didn't play professionally or anything, so probably a 4.
Oh, wow, okay.
Fan of the sport, I don't know. Some people say I don't know that much, so.
Okay. Most of the
He's totally
2010
busting
or
his ball.
2013
Yep.
Chicago Blackhawks, were you watching that team?
Oh, yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely.
Do you think that the league rigged the draft in favor of the Chicago Blackhawks?
No.
Pretty confident.
I'm very confident.
Okay, all right, here we go.
I'm very confident.
That
And
is funny.
the guy absolutely was clueless, or were they doing a
Clueless.
bit?
No,
Clueless.
clueless. Had no idea.
And he just walks away
Yeah.
after that, right?
Also, if you
Fantastic.
watch the video, he's got sort of the Larry Bud Melman thing of miking the wrong person when they're talking.
Oh, God. That is the classic. It's just like, so how do you feel about that? So what do you... Oh, and I like the way it disappears. Mocking some other broadcaster.
Fine.
It's fine. I like it.
Fine.
There's a bat in here.
Get him, Denny. Get him. All right. Viral video yesterday. A dentist. There are things that wreck your teeth that you don't necessarily know
Oh,
wreck
this is
your
good.
teeth.
This is good.
Yeah.
Cough
All right.
drops destroy your teeth. Because they're
Cough
full
drops.
of sugar and most people who use them suck on them for hours, we see tons of cavities because of them. Number 2, whitening toothpaste do not whiten your teeth. They just contain more abrasives and they don't actually whiten the internal
Eric
tooth
Stuglinsky.
structure of teeth where most staining or yellowing comes from. Number 3, sharing utensils or kissing your children on the lips could transfer cavity-causing bacteria to them. The best thing to do is get your cavities filled before you have kids so you can lower your risk of transferring it to them. Number 4, MDMA, also known as ecstasy or Molly, causes tons of dental issues.
Molly.
Why are you pointing at us?
Because
Exactly.
it was just fun. Because you pointed at me
You
about the
still
kissing on the
smooching your
mouth.
son on the lips?
Oh, once in a blue moon.
Okay.
Not as much as I used to.
Only if
I
you
still
haven't
love him
brushed?
to death, though. Huh?
Only if you haven't brushed.
Only if I haven't. Yeah, I want to transfer those two. God, what a variety! What a very, very interesting variety of me we've had on the show today, from fighting to kissing my son on the lips.
Well, as
There
I
we
said
are.
at the close of yesterday's show, you are a complicated man.
I am very complicated and very happy up here, which I should say, which is a good thing. It
I
really
don't
is.
normally bring uplifting tapes to the audio vault. Normally, I'm sorry, the flip side. Normally, we are tearing people down, making fun of people. But I think this is sensational, and it was also trending yesterday. The governor of Illinois, J.B. Pritzker, did the commencement speech at Northwestern.
Okay.
And he did this little bit, and I think this is valid.
I like this guy, by the way.
It's
I
good
like
for everyone to hear
Course
this.
you do, Mike.
What's that? I'm sorry?
I'm sorry. I like this guy. And say, of course you do, Mike. He's a Democrat.
I'm over here now.
I'm over here now, yeah. We have a clip. I have my own clip.
You were
from
at
him.
the graduation, right?
I was there. Yeah, I was there in the second row, and I said to him,
I'm over here now.
All right, go ahead.
Here's JB Pritzker.
The best way to spot an idiot, look for the person who is cruel. When we see someone who doesn't look like us or sound like us, the first thought that crosses almost everyone's brain is rooted in either fear or judgment or both. That's evolution. We survived as a species by being suspicious of things that we aren't familiar with. When someone's path through this world is marked with acts of cruelty, they have failed the first test of an advanced society. They never forced their animal brain to evolve past its first instinct. Their thinking and problem solving will lack the imagination and creativity that the kindest people have in spades. The kindest person in the room is often the smartest.
Oh, that's sweet.
Isn't that nice?
Absolutely
That's
beautiful.
I love it.
Absolutely beautiful. And I say that with someone who is really, I embrace the different. I am nakedly cruel to those that I know the best.
It's so true. And Mike, so we land on a familiar note for the flip side. Let us close with this. This could be my favorite hotel complaint ever.
Yes.
This is Baymont Inn. Have you ever heard of the Baymont Inn?
No, I have not.
It's part
Oh,
of
I
the-
was there 3 nights ago, as a matter of fact.
I'm over here now.
All right, I'm sorry.
You were at
Go
the
ahead.
pool?
Yeah.
This is it's a Wyndham property, and this is a video. They got their room, they went down, and they're talking to the lady at the service desk.
Did we not just complain to you about this?
I'm not even going to discuss with you anything.
What do you mean you're not going to? We are clients.
What are you
talking
about? We just booked a room and we're telling you that there's books on the wall.
We've been
There's
complaining
ants
since
in
we
the
got
room.
here.
There's blood in the room, and you're not doing anything about it.
Chill, babe, chill. We've documented this already. Okay. And you just acknowledged that. So you're acknowledging you just came up to our room and cleaned boogers off our wall, right?
I don't know whether or not they were boogers or not, or I don't even know if
They were boogers and blood.
Okay.
Right?
It still could have
Is
been
that
your
right?
boogers or your blood.
Yeah, well, Baymont Inn replied to this tape. They said that was actually early decorations for Christmas.
Oh, God, that is so disgusting right there.
Yeah.
That is horrible. Oh, my God.
And a
was,
shout
that
out
your,
to-
was that your last one?
That was my last one. A shout out to the Park Central in New York City.
Oh, my God. Boogers and blood. Boogers and blood. We got to get out of here. We'll be back with a fabulous bonus show tomorrow. I have really been listening to Oscar all week and refrained from my inner desire for foul language. And I'm going to be spewing it tomorrow. I can't wait.
All 7 of them.
I'm even going to get Michael out of the house tomorrow.
Good.
I'm on a cuss. There you go. If you like cussing, join us tomorrow.
Cussing.
For Robb Spiewak and Oscar Santana, Michael Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out The Michael Mara Bonus Show. Get it at michaelmarashow.com.
Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment.
Right on time. Let us begin.